TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up for turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
And good evening, race fans. Welcome into live to the Full Velocity Racing Network. We are live tonight at Lanier National Speedway, a very special event on this Memorial Day of 2020. The Memorial Mayhem show here today, live from Lanier. Going to thank Ryan Williams for putting on a great show. Limited late models here. Lanier is an awesome place to come to. A 50-lap main event in store. A great car count in the pit area. So welcome in. My name is Phil Lacasse. Jack Druin on the controls as always. And have a great evening in store. Thank you so much all for tuning in. Thank you to the group at Sumter Speedway. The shortest little short track, or toughest little short track in the South, I should say. I saw to that. Thank those guys a lot for coming aboard this great event. Let's take this thing and throw it trackside on this Memorial Day for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
National anthem getting us started here live on Memorial Day. Thank you to Dirty Grasso with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you to our buddy Charlie Milner. Milner Media Design for putting the montage together for us as we get ready to rock and roll. Looks like we've got 35 cars in the pits. We're going to go to the first of what looks appear to be 4 heat race on the docket. We'll go 8 laps around, and we'll race our way to our 50-lap main event with 23 cars, I believe, starting to feature. Call that unofficially. Let's go on the pole for heat race number 1. The number 2 car, Jamie Massey on the pole. He set tonight's quick time here in Lanier, and alongside of him with car number 74 will be Thomas Ingle. In row number 2 with the number 21, Blake Topinick, with the number 122 of Aaron Bright to his outside. In the third row with car number 33 will be Kyler Bruce, the number 642 of Gene Wolfe to the outside of row number 3. Randy Racer with car number 28. He will start 7th with the number 26 of Chad Marshall to his outside. 9th starter scheduled to be the driver of the 44, Brandon Ybarra, with the number 86 of Brady Bell to his outside, and scheduled to go 11th, although I don't believe he is out there racing. I could be wrong. Number 63 of Ryan Williams. So I believe he is going to, he's the guy calling the shots. We're going to get 9 out of the 10, as it looks like the 86 car also not making the call there, Brady Bell. So we've got 9 cars out there. We'll go 8 laps around. The top 3 will guarantee their way on into the main event. So 3 times 4 heats, call 12 drivers here. We'll do a round of LCQs. Believe there's going to be, I want to say 2 of those. I should set the stage where there's going to be, I believe, 22 to 23 cars, $100 to win. It's a cool little prize here. $5 enter show, low risk, high reward here tonight in Lanier. And good to have you guys all aboard. And so I hope everybody is doing well. I was going to give Jack a lot of the kudos there as the boots on the ground there. Memorial Day tribute looks just terrific on our screen. And love it here is we'll always have the pride of America live on the Full Velocity Racing Network, as this holiday means so much to so many. All gave some gave all. We remember them today here live on this Memorial Day. So without all the soldiers out there that have come before them and are current out there serving, we salute you all. We say thank you. And our thoughts and prayers, as always, fly with them as we're ready to fly here for some green flag racing here at Lanier. Good to see the 2 car back with us here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Certainly been a while since we have called the name of the showstopper, Jamie Massey, on the pole there with the number 2 car. Alongside of him, Thomas Ingalls, number 74. Look back to row 2, you find guys like Blake Topinick there with the number 122, Aaron Bright, Kyler Bruce, Gene Wolfe. Good to see Gene, a guy who watched a lot in our chats, and it's good to see him out there on the Speedway. But we are off to number 4, and our first iRacingIFlag.com green flag of the evening will bring us down to turn number 1 and 2 at the 3/8 mile. Let's chase the race leaders out of turn number 2 is Jamie Massey, and the Deuce will lead the way, and he'll jump already 2 car lengths on the 21 car. Topinick, who already will jump up to 2, drop Ingle back to the 3rd spot. Kyler Bruce, the number 33. Kyler going to look for room down to the low side. 2 turns number 1 and 2, or 31 car, I should say, for Kyler there. The side of his machine chasing down the number 74 out of turn number 4. That is Thomas Ingle. Jamie Massey is going to be our early leader in this one. He's got half a second and better already between himself and Blake Topinick. Those 2 guys putting themselves in the right positions now. The race is back here for this transfer spot. Thomas Ingle going to lead the way over Kyler Bruce, the number 31. They have jumped away about 5 car lengths up on Randy Reeser, the 28. Brandon Ybarra is number 44, and you got Aaron Bright, the 122 back there, holding on to a 7th position out of turn number 4, halfway home, 4 laps in. 4 laps remain for heat race number 1, and all chasing the showstopper with car number 2, Jamie Massey. Got 3/4 of a second between himself and Blake Topinick, number 21, as he'll exit turn number 4. Blake's got a good little gap back to the 3rd place battle between Ingle and the number 74, Kyler Bruce, the 31 car. Those 2 drivers on the bubble right now. 74 is in the right spot. He's got 2 car lengths out of 2 as we put 2 laps remaining around, 2 sticks down, 2 more trips around for that number 2 car out front. He is doing all the right things early on. Jamie Massey, like a rocket ship through turns number 3 and 4. He will see the white flag in the air. 1 more trip around this place tonight, lapping around at just under 14.5 seconds for these faster cars, and Jamie Massey with a full second advantage down with turns number 3 and 4. He will be unchallenged. He will take down the checkers in heat race number 1. Blake Topinick will grab 2. Thomas Ingle grabbing the final transfer. Kyler Bruce, Randy Reeser, Brandon Ybarra, Aaron Bright, Gene Wolfe, Chad Marshall going to round out our 9 cars there for heat race number 1. Good one there. I'm expecting we'll see 3 more terrific heat races. Could be a lot of good racing. Cool names out here. A lot of new names to the network. We are certainly very happy for that. And it's good to go out there as I see Brooks Trammell's out there watching, rooting on for Jamie Massey. Brooks, a good dude. Hope to see him back on the racetrack here very soon. Brooks, a happy Memorial Day. Hope you are doing well, brother. Good to see you out there watching there in the Facebook Live chat. We'll monitor that all night long. I'm also monitoring YouTube, and I'll try to follow in Twitch TV as well, but don't do a whole lot over on Twitch. So we'll stay to Facebook mainly. We'll check it on YouTube. See some stragglers there beforehand, but let's take a look at our 3D Racing starting lineup for heat race number 2 on the pole with number 101. Welcome back to Full Velocity, Cole Hendrickson, alongside with number 75. That'll be Brandon Dubratz. Dubratz, number 75 on the outside of the first row. In row number 2, Brandon Weeks with car number 20 with the 011 of Joey Reeder to his outside. In the third row, the number 119 of Adam Scalia with the number 22 of Derek Perkins to the outside of row number 3. Seventh starter will be car number 23 of Nick Otto, the number 35 of Slade Johnston. To the outside of row number 4, Caleb Elder will bring car number 31 out for position number 9. Jeffrey Nichols in the number 94, and I believe, well, that's going to be it, 10 cars. The 02 of Cody Truitt. Scheduled on the docket there, but we'll take 10 out of the 11 we have on the roster sheet, and that will be the way we look at them, and racing around for 8 laps around the 101. A familiar name here to the Full Velocity Network, guys, for sure. Cole Hendrickson's number 101. You look to the outside pole, Brandon Dubratz with the number 75, Weeks in Reeder row 2, Scalia in Perkins in the third row, Otto, Johnston, Elder, Nichols will be our 10 cars. As Ben Alfaro out there rooting on for Dubratz. Brandon Dubratz, number 75, to the outside of the front row in this one. Cool to see Ben Alfaro out there watching. Thanks so much for the support as we are ready to rock and roll in turn number 3 and 4. We put the iRacingIFlag.com green flag in the air, and Cole Hendrickson going to stomp that loud pedal down, and he will lead the way into turn number 1 and 2, and we get off the corner and give the 101 car the race lead. Bratz now up to second. Let's race for 3 out of turn number 4. We got Brandon Weeks up to, that's Adam Scalia, is number 119 to the third spot. Derek Perkins, the 22, is that second row got shifted out of line right there on the initial start. They'll fall back to 5th and 6th as we exit turn number 4. Let's put 2 laps complete. Let's chase around Cole Hendrickson, who is really, really good in practice. Set a quick time tonight, 14.155. Put him second quick to Jamie Massey. Hendrickson will lead the way out of turn number 4 over Brandon Dubratz. Adam Scalia now running in the third spot. He's got a charging Derek Perkins with number 22 behind him. Caleb Elder not too far behind there as well as we begin racing for the 4th spot in turn 3 and 4. Let's take a peek-see over there and pick up a battle for what's going on for 4th as they are door-to-door out of turn number 4. And the battle we got going on here is Scalia to the low side, the 122, the 22 car of Perkins out to the outside. That all white, looks like a little Dayglow green number on the side of that thing. Cool little skin there. Kind of hard to pick up the number for this guy up here, the booth where I'm sitting from, but we'll rock and roll it down in 1 and 2. They switch it on over. 22 car down to the bottom lane of Scalia over in turn number 3 and 4. It's Caleb Elder, I should say, 31 car up ahead. Scalia runs in the third spot in the 119. Elder and now Nick Otto there racing along as Derek Perkins. Perkins has dropped back even a little further now as got Nick Otto. We got Brandon Weeks around him. So let's get out of that battle. Let's chase back here up to the front, where Cole Hendrickson and Brandon Dubratz have already taken the white flag. So this one has gone away in a hurry, and we're already down the back chute into 3 and 4. It's 2 car lengths to the race lead. Dubratz looks like he'll be in tow as Cole Hendrickson will pick up the win in heat race number 2. Dubratz in for 2. Give Adam Scalia the third spot. Caleb Elder, Nick Otto, Derek Perkins, Joey Reeder, Cameron Weeks, Slade Johnston, Jeff Nichols will make up the remainder of the field for heat race number 2. I want to say welcome in all you out there watching. Want to thank the good folks down at the Sumter Speedway, which I've been told we get the all clear to return racing next week. That is a good sign in this time of quarantine to have the world slowly kind of reopening its way back up. And we're all happy to see some racing here soon. There's been a lot of it. I know NASCAR Xfinity Series is going to be on TV here. Well, probably about a little less than an hour from now. So for that, we'll probably jump over there and let that kind of tune out the rest of the night for us. And maybe you will as too if you're race fans out there. Or we'll have a good old time. We always do. We hope everybody doing well and ready to rock and roll here for heat race number 3. Gonna say hello to Katie Massey out there watching as well, rooting on for Jamie. Jamie picked up the win in Heat 1. He set tonight's quick time. Let's take a look at our participants for Heat Race number 3. Our 3D Racing starting lineup has car number 25 of Zach McSwain on the outside, on the pole with the number 12 car, the Voodoo Child, Eric Eichstadt, our buddy, to the outside of the front row. In row number 2, we find Bill Ramsey in the number 1 car with Hunter Parsons of a 00 alongside of him. In row number 3, Ryan Felder's number 64 with Jimmy Neese in the number 76 making up row number 3. David Duke in the number 11. He will start 7th with Justin Johnson alongside him in car number 10, the 210 of Tim Smith. He will start 9th with the number 27 of Mitch Williams. Rounding out a 10-car field here on the docket, Heat Race number 3, 8 laps around. Top 3 will go into the main. A very good front row. Zach McSwain and Eric Eichstadt will stomp out loud, pedal down, and let's go to it for 8 trips around. As we'll race down to number 1 and 2, Hunter Parsons in the 0. He'll jump up the 3rd. He'll look for 2nd under Eichstadt off to number 2, Hunter Parsons. We've seen a lot of that guy between the network and our shifts over at Speed Shift TV as well, as he is a pretty good cat there. Car number 0, as he's now up to 2nd. Jimmy Neese, the number 76 car. He has run his way up to 4th already. Him and Will Ramsey in the 1 car having a good race for 4th out of turn number 4. We race it up. We put 2 laps on the board. Zach McSwain leading the way. And if Hunter Parsons can't chase him down, let's see if Eric Eichstadt, our buddy from DWRL, can hold on. With the BladeNo.com, Eichstadt wraps number 12, running in the 3rd spot off turn number 4. I know when we were talking to Eric pre-race, and he was pretty excited. He said he had a really good night running late models and official servers last night. Said he picked up 4 big W's, which is 4 more than Phil has in iRacing in his career. So that's a cool deal. Hopefully Eric will do that. He was optimistic about his chances to make the main, and so far doing good as we go halfway home in this one. 4 laps in, 4 laps to go. Guy we have called many a laps here in the last couple of weeks, car number 25, Zach McSwain, rocketing around the 3/8 mile at Lanier, putting 5 laps complete, 14:64. Last time by for the race leader, 5 car lengths between himself and the 0 of Hunter Parsons, and even half a second back to a 12 car of Eichstadt. Eric has a 2nd on Jimmy Neese. David Duke in the 11 running in the 5th spot as we put 2 more trips to go around this 3/8 mile Lanier National Speedway for the driver of car number 25, Slick Sim Sport, bringing us Zach McSwain as he exits turn number 4. He will receive the white flag over that 25 car, and he will rocket his way into turns number 1 and 2. Hunter Parsons is going to try to follow in tow, but it's a 0.7 of a second gap, and it looks like it may expand on this final lap as Zach McSwain pick up the win in Heat Race number 3 over Hunter Parsons. Eric Eichstadt going to grab the final transfer. Jimmy Neese, David Duke, Ryan Feller, Tim Smith, Mitch Williams, Bill Ramsey will round out our field here for Heat Race number 3. So these are zipping on by. Zoom, zoom. Wouldn't have it any other way, as we like some good racing here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. And we hope you all do as well. As I see Caleb Ramsey's out there rooting on for Eric. We certainly were too. Eric's a good dude. We're talking to him pre-race, and good to see our buddy Caleb Ramsey out there watching. Caleb, hope all is well, bud. Hope to talk to you again soon. And we've been reading, you've been jumping out some other stuff like late models and modifieds, so a surprise to not see Caleb out here tonight, but it's a little early for a lot of us on the East Coast. So Caleb, thanks for watching, brother. If you guys do us a favor out there watching, like our link out there, share our links all over the place. Let them all know the Phil and Jack attack. A Monday night, Memorial Day Monday here on Full Velocity. We have a good one on hand here tonight with the Memorial Day Mayhem here at Lanier. Now into Heat Race number 4. Let's take a look at our 3D Racing starting lineup for this one. And on the pole with the number 03 will be Kyle Pearson, with the number 14 of Andrew Gross to his outside. In row number 2, Philip Locke with car number 17, with the number 24 of Ethan Toter to his outside. In the 3rd row, Cody Shands with car number 32, Connor Wilson alongside Connor in car number 4. In row number 4, we find Brandon Gibbs with the number 34 car, Matthew Ogden alongside Matthew in car number 51. Jack Smith will start 9th. He's in the 41 car with Brian Gunderson. In the number 80, rounding out our 10 cars here as we put the green flag up in the air, and let's get to it. Final heat race of the evening, and we race it down to turn number 1 and 2. Kyle Pearson going to lead the way with car number 60 on the side of the Pearson car. So it'll be 60 as we go 3 deep off turn number 2. This is getting racy, almost 4 wide scenario there for a second with Andrew Gross, Philip Block, Ethan Toter's in there, Connor Wilson in there, as well as We continue this 3 deep scenario down the back chute. 14 car shot all the way up high. 00 jumping all the way down to the bottom. I believe that's the Ethan Toter car. Is that Wilson down there at the bottom? It is Matthew Wilson going to jump his way into the 3rd spot. He's doing the right things in the 00. Him up to 3rd, chasing Pearson in the 60. Philip Locke in the number 1 car now up to that 2nd spot as we exit turn number 4, and going to put 3 laps of this one, complete 5 laps remaining, and watching this battle back here that may come for a transfer. Haven't seen a lot of the battles back there for that spot, but we had a good one indeed. Wilson holding off Cody Shands and Ethan Toter, the number 24, as they are door-to-door through turn number 1 and 2. 23 car up to the top lane and 32 car down low. Those guys getting after it. They continue to rim ride through 3 and 4 as we get the 00 there running in 3rd. We got 3 laps to go in this one. Going to put 5 laps to bed as we are trying to find where the race leader may have disappeared to. He is already in turns number 3 and 4. And that is Kyle Pearson doing a really terrific job. Going to lead the way. Call it 3 car lengths now. The advantage between himself and the 1 car of Philip Locke off turn number 2. We've got 2 laps remaining. And this time as we enter turn number 3 and 4, the starter got on unfurl. That white silk up in the air. 1 more trip around for the driver of the number 60 car. Kyle Pearson started on the pole and looks like he may be pretty poised to take this one wire to wire as he's in 3 and 4. No challenge from behind, no traffic ahead. Give Kyle Pearson the win. In heat race number 4, gives 2nd to Philip Locke in the 1 car. Connor Wilson going to grab 3rd. Ethan Toter, Cody Shands, Matthew Ogden, Brandon Gibbs, Jack Smith, Brian Gunderson, and Andrew Gross going off into the LCQs, which will follow us here as 4 heat races are in the docket. So let's see where the magic of iRacing goes as far as how many LCQs are going to get. Looks like we are going to get 3 LCQs here tonight. They will go 12 laps around. The top 3 going off into the main event for each. 3 cars out of each, so 12 plus 9, well, that'd be 23 cars. 21 cars. 21 cars for the main event. We'll call it that here. Had the math real quick. That kind of made me hurt. Glad my buddy Jeff McConey's not here because he'd probably give us a math spiel. So, guys, want to tune in for that? Make sure you're here Thursday nights during the season as buddy Jeff over there with me at Speed 51. We do a good job over there and love doing it with him. Let's see what we got here for LCQ number 1. And on our poll here with the number 31 car will be Kyler Bruce. The 24 of Ethan Toter to his outside. David Duke will start 3rd in the number 11 with Derek Perkins alongside in car number 22. Aaron Bright will start position 5. Brandon Gibbs, a 34 car to the outside of number 3, with Mitch Williams and Slade Johnson in the 4th row. In our 5th and final row, we find Brady Bell and Andrew Gross, the number 14 car. So we're going to call for 10. Are we get all 10? And 9. Okay, got 9 cars out of the 10. So we'll take 9. We'll go 12 laps. We'll take the top 3 into the main event. So 12 laps, a little bit extra distance here in the LCQs, but they have to do it, and they'll have to get it done, and we'll follow along and have a great time doing so. It's always fun to come out here to Lanier. I'll be back here Wednesday night with, I believe, Wednesday Night Street Fights as we get off turn number 4. We're already almost 3 wide there at the start. Somebody almost jumped the bell. It was on the outside of the 2nd row. I believe that was Derek Perkins who was ready to get on it, and on it he did, and maybe a little prematurely, but let's race it up as we got cars in a melee 3 and 4, 3 wide, almost 4 wide out of 4. They all keep it straight. Now I believe that was Connor Gross in the 14, just driving up through the traffic, doing one hell of a job there as he's going to pull alongside the 11 car. Of turn number 2, David Duke in the 11. That is a battle for the 5th spot into turn number 3 and 4. They're going to have to get on it, because only the top 3 are off into the main, and that is Ethan Toter up front with the number 24 car going to lead the way over Kyla Bruce. Call Aaron Bright, the 122. Aaron's a name we ran back in Street Stocks a while ago, and a couple of years ago with DWRL. We know that Aaron Bright named in the 122, doing a good job running in that 3rd spot off the exit of turn number 2, and he's got a little bit of a gap between himself and this is ferocious racing going on back here for 4th with Derek Perkins, David Duke, Andrew Gross back there. You know, Andrew, we see him out there quite a bit, the network. Brandon Gibbs back there, Slade Johnston, Mitch Williams, guys trying to rim ride, make it into this main event as we go 5 laps complete this time out of turn number 4. 7 laps remain on the LCQ. Number 1, Ethan Toder, doing all he can to run away and hide in this one as he's got over a half a second between himself and Kyler Bruce. Lap time for the race leader this time around. Let's see what it's going to be. 18:39 for the race leader, Ethan Toder. Kyler Bruce running an 18:80 or 14:81. A little bit quicker there for the second place running. It's a half a second. Aaron Bright in the third spot. He has almost a second and a half, 2 seconds back till we find David Duke running in fourth and Derek Perkins holding on for a spot in the top 5. But top 5, even top 4, not going to get it done. You got to be at the top 3 to see the main event here tonight. If you want to race for $100 to win, Ethan Toder looks to be the man doing that with car number 23 out of turn number 2. He will head his way down the back chute, and this time by, he will complete 9 of the 12 laps. That'll be 3 laps remaining in the race. Well, the interval up front is starting to, okay, it was starting to shrink a little bit, but actually it's starting to grow from 0.535 to 0.626. So Ethan putting some better laps down than over Kyler Bruce. You look right behind him, and Aaron Bright starting to run his way to the picture back there in third as Aaron has cooked off some decent laps here in these closing bells. So looks like these 3 cars, if they run it straight, they're going to be all right because David Duke sits 3.2 seconds off the race lead. Derek Perkins, Brandon Gibbs having a really good race going on for the 5th spot. But the story is, as we put the white flag in the air, Ethan Toder is down the back chute into turn 3 and 4. He will receive the checkered flag this time out of 4. Ethan Toder winning LCQ number 1. Give Kyler Bruce for 2. Aaron Bright will finish up 3rd, but it's going to send David Duke, Derek Perkins, Mitch Williams, Slade Johnston, Brandon Gibbs. Those guys will be done for the night. They will not see our 50-lap A main, and some really decent racing here. I'll tell you what, really impressive what these guys are doing. We're going to hope it's going to carry through all the way onto the evening. Really love seeing good races like this. Let's follow along with the chat's got going on out there. As Caleb responded to me, he said, Duck Racing doing some more late model things. It's always great to hear, and let's see if he can wrap up a 3rd DSS championship first. Well, love it, Caleb. Got to see you doing well, buddy. And what was that there? Was out getting the carts scaled out. Oh, awesome. So he's getting ready to go racing. I see Brenda's out there rooting on for Ethan Toder, which is cool. Heather's out there rooting on. Way to go, kiddo. I got to imagine that's also going to be for Ethan. So good to watch all you people out there watching. Happy Memorial Day. Hope everybody doing well. And welcome into the Full Velocity Racing Network. If you're hearing us for the first time, Phil LeCast, Jack Truan is here. And one of the cameras for us this evening, our ace producer here at Full Velocity. Also, shout out to our buddy Todd Stanton, who was out there at the racetrack this weekend, dare say, and he saw some real racing, had to make a little trip to do so. He got home at 3:30 this morning, but that is dedication to the sport right there. You think he had to go to work first thing this morning, so see if Todd wanted to join in with me this evening, but he was definitely tired, and good excuse. Go out there and find racing wherever we may be as things slowly begin to start picking up some steam, and looks like things will be going back here, hopefully to full song here in the next 6 to 8 weeks. So we're going to root for that. Let's root for a good race in LCQ number 2 as we got the field lined up, ready to rock and roll. Caleb Elder on the pole with car number 31, the 28 of Randy Reeser to the outside. In the second row, Cody Shands in the number 32, the 64 of Ryan Feller was outside. Joey Reeder will start 5th in the 011 with Gene Wolf in the 642. Jack Smith's number 41 will start 7th with Bill Ramsey's 1 in the number 1 car, the row number 4. And it looks like Jeff Nichols and Ryan Williams aren't going to make it. So we have 8 cars. Jeff Nichols out there. So we got 9 out of 10 we're going to call for. 9 of 10, which is a good thing. Let's go racing around now for 12 laps as we exit turn number 4 in the opening lap. And we're ready to get battle for the lead. Off the chute is Elder and Randy Reeser, the 28 car. Randy going to get a good shot out the outside lane. Looks like he'll pick up the lead out of turn number 4. Put Caleb Elder now into Ryan Feller, number 64. Feller going to make it run around the outside lane as well as some new names, some number combinations for me I'll get used to over the course of the night. And being a good one here is Reeser going to lead the way out of turn number 2. Or turn number 4, I should say. Complete lap 2. Caleb Elder, Ryan Feller, Gene Wolf now up from 9th to the 4th spot. Cody Shands in the number 32 will ride in position 5 as we race off turn number 4 and 2, and almost a 3-deep scenario there, putting the 64 car in the middle. making some good pictures here. Lanier has always been one of my most favorite racetracks in all of iRacing. It really does make for a good picture. His 28 car about got spun out, saved it, and even better, he may not only save the car, he may save his bacon. Stay in a transfer spot, put Gene Wolfe now up to the lead on the 642. Caleb Elder up to second. Great hand save by the Randy Reeser 28 car. Man, that car, I don't know how it didn't go around. It bounced off a few things and saved it, kept it straight. He's going to keep digging. If you can't hold off the likes of Cody Shands behind, Joey Reeder. But now our very first yellow flag of the evening. Yellow, yellow, yellow. First Team Hard Motorsports yellow flag of the night. 6 laps of 12 into the books. We'll slow it on down here for the first time tonight with our very first J-Max Strong Full Velocity Racing Network instant replay. And we'll see where the incident may have taken us as we're getting after it. The 011 car of Joey Reeder. Joey, and was that 41 car involved, or was that the
60?
Oh, 64 car, Ryan Fellow, that who was in there. He got a big piece of the action over there, 64 car. So that's the story, slowing it down the first time tonight. First yellow flag of the evening comes out in LCQ number 2. Kudos to all these guys. Ryan Williams for putting this show on. The Sumter Speedway, South Carolina, Sumter, South Carolina. Good little racetrack down there. I've heard some good things. Going to try to do some reading up and see some of the names that have passed on through. Know somebody of the great names in that South Carolina region, the late models. And while we're thinking late models, I think back to watching a race over the weekend and seeing a friend of ours, Ty Majeski, picking up his third Rattler 250 win down there at South Alabama Speedway. So that was cool. Ty, a good guy we've got to know a little bit from the last couple of months at the SinsView.com Modified Tour. We air on Thursday nights, but let's focus back here on this one as we get to it, as we go back under green, and yellow flag laps did count there. So already off turn number 4, we're going to get 2 laps remaining in LCQ number 2. Gene Wolfe going to lead on to turn number 2, and here comes Caleb Elder. He's going to put it down to the inside, and it looks like the 28 car going to hold on for third as we put the white flag in the air. We got a race to the win here in the LCQ number 2. Wolf in the high lane, the 642, that white and green number 31, 21 car down low. Here comes Caleb Elder. That's racing for the win. We got a race for the transfer spot in 3 and 4. Let's see who's going to pick that up. The win will go to Gene Wolfe, Caleb Elder. Randy Reeser going to hold off Jack Smith and Cody Shands for that final transfer. 28 car holds on. That got exciting right there, I'll tell you. Stats, Smith, Joey Reeder, Ryan Feller, Jeff Nichols, Bill Ramsey. Those cars going to be done for the night. 4 heats in, 2 LCQs in, 1 more LCQ to go before our 50-lap main event. Let's take you through our 3D racing starting lineup. Things starting to pick up business here tonight live in Lanier. We look to our front row on the pole. The number 76 will be Jimmy Neese with the number 23 car of Nick Otto to the outside of the front row. In the second row, we find Brandon Ybarra with number 44, Matthew Ogden alongside Matt and car number 51. In the third row, the 210 is Tim Smith with the 20 car of Brennan Weeks to his outside. Brennan Weeks, car number 20, he'll roll off 6th. Chad Marshall will start 7th. Chad in car number 26 with Brian Gunderson with the number 80 to the outside of number 4. Our final row will find the number 10 of Justin Johnson. And speaking of Justin Johnson, I believe he is the guy putting on a show we're going to see coming up here on June the 14th. I believe that's going to be about 3 weeks. We're going to see street stock action from Volusia. It's going to be a great show. The flyer is attached to our page here, the Full Velocity Racing Network. If you're watching out there on the Facebook, well, scroll on down. You can see that there. I posted that a couple days ago. We'll repost it again this week for sure. And I think that's Justin Johnson there in car number 10 putting on that show. So thank him for that. Looking forward to getting out to Volusia Street Stocks in a couple of weeks there. June the 14th we'll be out there live. So appreciate that. We're out there almost every night with the Full Velocity Racing Network. Now we've been kind of quiet here for Memorial Day weekend. We wouldn't really have it any other way. It's time to kind of settle down and reflect and remember that so many out there have been serving and some gave all. You know, the ultimate sacrifice for us to come out here and do what we do and do some sim racing and put it out there to the airwaves. And it's because of, you know, the guys and gals that came up before us that we do this free like we do today. And appreciate them for sure. pay homage to them on this Memorial Day Monday as we get ready to go racing out of turn number 4. Let's put the iRacingIFlag.com green flag in the air. Jimmy Neese going to lead the way now out of turn number 2. Chase him around with car number 76, Nick Otto's 23 car. He will settle in for 2. Well, I can't say settle because he will drop to the low side. Let's race for the lead. Returns number 3 and 4 as we'll get to it. We're door-to-door for the lead. We're door-to-door for third. The 44, Ybarra, already up to the third spot. Him and Matt Ogden having a terrific race out of turn number 2. And so far, so good. The pole sitter up front with car number 76, Jimmy Neese, going to lead the way. But Otto right there in that 23 car running to the low side. Doing one heck of a job so far. You look behind them. You see Ybarra's 44. You got Matthew Ogden there. Brendan Weeks not too far behind, running in 5th, but this one's going to slow down now in LCQ number 3 with 4 laps complete. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Team Hard Motorsports yellow flag number 1. A 21 car involved in the 10 of Justin Johnson, who's a 21 car. It's not matching up on my screen. Was that? Oh, it's a Tim Smith car. Tim got a little piece of the action as well. It looks like Justin Johnson getting the short end of this one here as those 2 cars get together, go around in heat race number 3. As I want to take a peek over to the chat. So you've got Ethan Toder out there watching on. Good, cool to see him out there. Just came off the racetrack. Jory Nix out there watching. Robbie Ybarra. Hope I'm saying you guys' last name right, Robbie. Hope you're doing well wherever you're watching from. So Sam Perry out there watching too. I didn't see Sam sneaking there. Okay, well, he's watching, so. All right, well, I think Sam may have blocked me. I'm not seeing any communication from Sam, but so if he's out there, he'll heckle me at some point. Wouldn't have it either way. Sam, guys of Blade, no, they're good dudes. Love those guys to death. Let's get ready to rock and roll here. LCQ number 3 as the lights are out, racing back in the air. We're already going to put halfway home on this one. 6 laps complete and 3 wide right off the get-go. It is time to get it going. There's a race there for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th out of turn number 2. The race leader going to be the 76 of Jimmy Neese. He has led the way. He's at the top side working. Nick Otto's 23 going to run it down to the low side. Let's race it for the lead out of turn number 2. 23 car has been there throughout this entire race, and he's doing a good job. Put Matthew Ogden up to 3rd. Brandon Ybarra, 20 car. Brendan Weeks is now our 2nd yellow flag of this one. This one may take us right to the end. It could maybe potentially put up a green-white checker as we slow it down for the 2nd time on lap number 9. Put Jack back to work with a replay, and a couple of cars coming together, and Justin Johnson in the 10. And nowhere to go. 44 and 210 coming together there, and the 10 car just kind of had the brakes locked up and just boom. Nothing else he could do. Just piled on in, and there's a story for our 2nd yellow flag of LCQ number 3 as we slow it on down. The laps are counting here in the LCQ, so 10 gonna go complete. We're gonna see if they put an extension out on this one for a green-white checker. Waiting on the official call on that, but it has not been determined or made yet as we exit turn 4 here under the yellow, and there we are. Had the official word. This race will be extended to a green-white checker to settle it. So why the heck not? Good racing so far, been relatively clean, and I'm expecting we're going to see a terrific 50-lap main event here. Memorial Day Mayhem on the Full Velocity Racing Network here. Lanier limited late models are on your screen. Maybe limited as far as power, but certainly high on action. We are seeing that here tonight, and we stomped the lot pedal down for a green-white checker. Jimmy Neese with number 76. He will lead the group off the exit of turn number 2. We got a good race back here for 2nd and 3rd on back. Nick Otto's 23 car, Brendan Weeks in the 20, Matthew Ogden there. Only the top 3 will transfer into the main event as we put the white flag in the air. Let's see who is going to transfer on into the main as we got Jimmy Neese and Nick Otto racing for the win off turn number 3 and 4. Give Jimmy Neese to win, Nick Otto for 2, and it's going to be Matthew Ogden's number 51 car going to grab that 3rd and final transfer spot. Brendan Weeks, Brandon Ybarra, Tim Smith, Justin Johnston, Brian Gutterson, and Chad Marshall. Those drivers done for the night, so that was terrific there. 4 heats, 3 LCQs. And just about time here for our 50 lap main event. So before we get there, we're going to take a pause. We'll let you show some of the sights and the sounds of good practice here at the Lanier National Speedway. We'll break back in feature time on the Full Velocity Racing Network. All right, back here live inside the booth of the Full Velocity Racing Network at the Lanier National Speedway tonight. Memorial Day Mayhem here presented by the Sumter Speedway. Good to see those folks come out here and join us here tonight. Got to thank Ryan Williams for all his work and all the crew that put this race together tonight. It's been a lot of fun so far, and it's feature event time for 50 laps around Lanier. Let's take a look at our 3D Racing starting lineup on the pole. Tonight's quick time. The number 2 car, the showstopper, Jamie Massey. Cole Henriksen, the 101. Zach McSwain, Kyle Pearson, our number 2, is we are going to go 4 wide. That is a cool touch to celebrate, memorialize the folks. Memorial Day Monday, and happy Memorial Day out there. We salute our military, those currently serving, and of course, most noticeably, those who are no longer with us, that have served, lost their lives in battle. And our thoughts and prayers with their families. And 4 wide is a good touch here as we go through our lineup. Into row number 3, we find car number 21 of Blake Tepinnick with the number 75 of Brandon DeBratz to his outside. Row 4, the number 00 of Hunter Parsons. Philip Locke in the number 17. Thomas Ingle, the 74. Adam Scaly is number 119. Make up row number 5. Eric Eichstadt with car number 12, a 00 of Connor Wilson. Make up row number 6 with Ethan Toder and Gene Wolf of the 642, Jimmy Neese and Kyla Bruce. Start 15th and 16th, but Caleb Elder, Nick Otto, Aaron Bright, Randy Reeser, Matt Ogden will round out our 21 cars with the iRacingIFlag.com. Green flag in the air. And let's get to it. $100 to win, $50 to second, $25 for third in the payout. It's a bit further down from there as we exit turn number 4. Got a good wreck good race to the lead, but we had a big wreck over in turn 3 and 4. Yellow on the opening lap, a 50-lap feature event. Team Hard Motorsports number 1, Hard Ass Racing right out of the gate. Yellow flag number 1 for the first time tonight. A Full Velocity Racing Network instant replay presented by JMaxStrong.com. And as we got a warper, there ain't net code and iRacing is there. Looks like somebody got a little warped. So 1 car kind of went disappeared, reappearing. Got a little bit of magic show. A couple of cars get involved, including Nick Otto's number 23. And the Gomer trying to take the 1 car. Leave him alone. We don't want to see any cars exiting out of the server do net code, but we see it there. Our first caution flag of the night at Lanier. We'll put Philip Block in the number 1 car now to the end of the longest line for the issues there at the connection. And I believe green caution laps are not counting for the feature, so they did the LCQs, but they will not count, so we will get 50 laps around for our main event. We have Jamie Massey leading the way with Cole Henriksen, Zach McSwain, Kyle Pearson, Blake Tepinnick. Going to be our current top 5 there, so 50 green flags around. We get the iRacingIFlag.com green flag back to the air. Let's get to it. Pretty stout little field up here in the top 5. I got to say, I think you're going to see 5 contenders for this $100. And nobody's been quicker tonight in Lanier than the showstopper with car number 2, Jamie Massey, going to lead the way out of turn number 4. Good race for second going on between Cole Henriksen and the 101, Zach McSwain's number 25 car, and at the number 60 car, Kyle Pearson right behind him looking to the low side. They were 3 deep for a little bit off turn number 4. Now back to a 2 wide scenario as Zach's got 25 car to the low side of Henriksen off of turn number 2. 60 car keeps peeking his way in there, as is Blake Tepinnick, number 21, as they ride 4th and 5th nose to tail. But this race for second, terrific. Zach McSwain, we know this guy knows how to get the job done. Picked up a win here just a couple of nights ago. Team DLR Friday night, so we expect Zach to be a player here in the limited late models. Guy's good wherever he gets into. Give that 25 car the second spot this time out of turn number 4. Can he run down the showstopper? Jamie Massey looking to grind these guys to a screeching halt with car number 2. 5 car lengths his advantage down to turn number 3 and 4. Put Henriksen now back to 3rd. Kyle Pearson, Blake Tepinnick, Hunter Parsons, good run early on for the double zero. Zero car, I should say. 0 car now up to 6th and running the inside lane. And it is a fixed setup here tonight. It's limited late models. They're lower powered scale here, these the late models. And I think watching the track through practice and whatnot, watching how it's carried over, I think this is going to be a pretty low side dominant racetrack through most of the 50 laps. So we'll see if that changes. But I think passing is going to be really hard to do. I think restarts are going to be a place to make time. And think it's going to be who can hold the bottom and best of the second half of this one right now as Jamie Massey leads early on. But Zach McSwain is starting to catch him, call it 3-car lengths in closing into turn number 3 and 4. Henderson's right there, the 101, as we are all nose to tail from the lead all the way back to, well, about 12th, as we find guys like Ethan Toder back here with Connor Wilson racing for spots inside the top 10. They were pretty close there. You look behind them, it's all basically evened itself out. Nick Otto and Tom Ingo back there running for about 12, so pretty quiet mostly through the field. But this race for the lead beginning to take some shape up front as McSwain keeps peeking to the low side of Jamie Massey and making small gains with every corner. But we know a guy like Jamie Massey, he knows how to get the job done in the deuce, and he leads the way out of turn number 2, and McSwain and Henderson will ride there right in tow, nose to tail. Kyle Pearson's great night continues back there in 4th. Almost 2 seconds back till you find Blake DePinnett, number 21 in the 5th spot. Right behind him, Hunter Parsons, Brandon DeBratz, Eric Eichstadt, Connor Wilson, Ethan Toder in the top 10 with car number 23. So Ethan came out of the LCQs and his car is starting to creep its way forward, but we're keeping eyes up here glued to this race that's going on for the lead because McSwain is just keep peeking to the low side of Jamie Massey, and every quarter looks like it's getting a little bit more, but Jamie holding on to the advantage now with 14 laps of 15 going on the scoreboard, and so far so good up front for the deuce as we exit turn number 2 is, well, somebody's car hit the wall. Not exactly sure who that was, but an echo off in the distance. Somebody's car got into the fence, but we keep it rolling. Exactly sure where I heard it from. It was mid-pack for sure, but we'll kind of keep our eyes peeled to see if somebody's car is all tore up. No, Jack will as well. And so far, I'm looking back here to the field, and you finding any kind of racing going on side by side here, Jack? I'm going on through and really finding a bunch of anything. A lot of cars, it's called Logan laps, all nose to tail. Knew it was going to be a tougher little racetrack to pass on here tonight. I'm watching a guy like Nick Otto's number 23 car. He has run his way from 18th now up to 12th, so a good modest gain early. He's chasing Gene Wolfe up to the field. Gene has followed Ethan Toder. Ethan's on the 13th. He's now up to the 10th spot. He has run his way with Connor Wilson, the 00 back there running in 9th, but nothing really going on as far as good, close, hard racing goes. So, well, the lead. We can always call the lead. We hate to be that broadcaster that follows a leader around, but that's been the best racing. And now our second yellow flag of the main event. Yellow, yellow, yellow. 19 laps of 50 onto the scoreboard, so we slow it down on again. Hard-ass racing. Bring us Team Hard Motorsports yellow flag number 2. And we'll get a replay up here presented by jmaxstrong.com. Who could it have been that got in at whom and brought the yellow flag out this current time? We'll take a peek-see back there and take a look. Jack will find there's something happening. Take a run back there with him, see what we can't find. So as we look back to the field, the one car of Philip Locke involved again, and that was a neck coat again, was it? Oh, you did. Disappeared, reappeared, and yeah, that was so peculiar there through the field. One car, Philip Locke, kind of blinked in and out. I believe it was a one car again, and reappeared, stacked them up, and that puts the yellow flag out now for the second time in the main event. 19 laps of 50 on the board. I believe restarts are going to be the place to get your work done. Jamie Massey going to restart the inside lane. Going to be the preferred line, I would imagine. Zach McSwain, Cole Hendrickson, Kyle Pearson, Blake DePinnett, and Hunter Parsons is going to be our first 3 rows. So we put the iRacingIFlag.com. Green flag in the air now. 19 laps of 50 complete, and we get to it. McSwain put the little high-low switch maneuver. Right on the start, a veteran move. 25 car down to the bottom, and we resume what's been a terrific race for the lead so far tonight. But Jamie Massey has led all the laps thus far as this race back here. Somebody got on the inside wall. I believe that may have been the 60 of Kyle Pearson, who just kissed it a little bit in turn 1. There was a 60. Somebody was down there. They're flirting with the opening of the inside wall. And that's why the wall's down there. And you don't want to go down there. And no jacket should not be a tire. Absolutely not. If it was a tire, we'd be under yellow with 10 cars messed up. Walls work. But Jack wanted a yellow for a tire. Well, we got a yellow on the Speedway again. Yellow, yellow, yellow. The third time we approach halfway here at Lanier. Third yellow in the first half. It means Phil's going to take a swig of a drink. We'll let Jack show you off a replay. We'll break back in with the call to restart live on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. All right, we're back to Green Flag Racing as Jack did a good job there showing our Full Velocity Racing Network instant replays, which are all brought to you by Jonathan's Journeys over at jmaxstrong.com. A great tale of courage. It's a great tale for Memorial Day Monday as well. Take a look at jmaxstrong.com after this one, but let's get back to racing. Approaching halfway here in this one. 24 of 50 going on the scoreboard. Jamie Massey continuing to lead, but by fingernails. Literally over Zach McSwain, Cole Hendrickson, Kyle Pearson, Blake DePinnick, and now put Ethan Toder. Number 23 car has had a great night. Ethan has run his way up to sixth. And if we get on a late race yellow, let me tell you what, this 23 car, maybe some making time as he's done some passing up high. He is really getting it done as he's having a good race back there with the 75 car of Brandon Brats as they are wrecking off of 4 again. The leader's almost wrecked. Oh my goodness, I was up there looking, but I see it over here in the stream watching, and yeah, for sure. Massey and McSwain, they hold on to it. Henderson in there as well as we start racing up front. Put Kyle Pearson in the number 60 car right in the mix of that one as well. The new race leader is the 101 of Cole Hendrickson. He takes the lead over some issues between the two of Massey with 25 and McSwain. Put Kyle Pearson on the 60 right in the mix up here in the top 3 as we exit turn number 2. But the new race leader is Cole Hendrickson with the 101. It's $100 cool to the winner here tonight, so it is time this to pick up. Whoa, we got a wreck off of 4 again, and this one's not going to be saved. It's McSwain and Jamie Massey involved, and we have a TDR Racing League Turtle turn number 1 and 2. And it is car number 25. Zach McSwain, he is upside down, wheel side up. That never ends well when you do that. And him and Jamie Massey come together, a spectacular wreck between two of the heavy favorites here tonight. 4th yellow flag in the main event, 30 laps in. Appreciate you for watching here live tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Well, my, how the complexion of this one has changed with 30 laps on the board. The race leader is Cole Hendrickson. Put Kyle Pearson on the outside of the front row. Blake Tepinnick going to restart 3rd with Ethan Toder and Brandon the Brats now up in the top 5 with car 75 as we put the green flag back into the air. And this one has really changed in a big way late as we race off turn number 4 now with 31 laps complete. And it's the 101 of Cole Hendrickson, who is really good at qualifying. Qualified second quick here tonight. Won his heat race going away, and now between himself and this good race going on for 2 is Blake DePinnick drives it deep in a 3 and 4. He'll complete the slide job on Kyle Pearson. That is how you get it done. Blake DePinnick now with car number 21 up to 2. Drop Kyle Pearson back to 3rd, and Kyle's got his hands full because here comes Ethan Toder in the number 23. Ethan going to take a look-see down to the low side. So a race for that 3rd spot happening late. Give Pearson the spot. Now Toder going to make the run up high, trying to make it happen with number 23. Now a 3-wide scenario, possibly is a 0-0 car of Connor Wilson finds himself to the bottom, dropping Brandon DeBratz. Back down to the 6th spot is a 0-0 and the 75 racing off to turn number 3 and 4. And I said it's a racetrack. You got to get all your stuff done early on the bottom. I think passing here once we get stretched out certainly going to be a tall task. And can anybody chase down the race leader with 15 laps remaining in this one? The 101 of Cole Hendrickson leads out of turn number 4. He's got 3 car lengths on a very hard charging number 21 of Blake DePinnick. 3 car lengths back to Kyle Pearson in the number 60 car running in the 3rd spot. Then this race back here for 4th on back. Ethan Toder, Connor Wilson, and another late race yellow on the Speedway. I believe it's the 5th one of the main event. It'll find us on lap number 37. So slow it on down again. Let Jack show you off what's going to be a Full Velocity Racing Network instant replay. Slow it on down again. We'll show you the replay. We'll break back in with the call live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Flag going back in the air, and try to get myself all reworked in here is somehow, some way I screwed up my iRacing somehow as I ended up somehow in somebody else's car. So let me try to figure out what the heck I did. We're racing for the lead off the back, shooting at turn number 3 and 4. Racing for 2nd, they should say, is sure I ended up in the pace car, but I'm trying to get my way out of it. 4 wide for 2nd and 3rd back there on turn number 4 is, I don't know what the heck I did to my iRacing. I'm trying to effort it and I'm stuck in the infield, and I'm going to try to work my way back into it. Hold on here, Jack. Give me some action out there. Ethan Toder is a guy on the move with car number 23. He came from the back. You know, he's done a good job, but a yellow on the Speedway. Gonna save my bacon here for a second as I'm finally getting myself fixed up. But we get our 6th yellow flag in main event. I believe lap number 43 on the board. We'll slow it down again. I'll get myself composed and we'll call the finish here live on your source for esports racing. All right, single file restart. Let's settle this one tonight here live at Lanier. Green flag back in the air. Phil got himself all back caught up, and let's get caught up to the race lead up here for the win this run late. We're racing for $100. It's Cole Hendrickson going to lead Kyle Pearson, Ethan Toder, Connor Wilson, Matt Ogden out of the top 5, but you're going to have issues getting this one done late. Now 44 laps on the board. And the story of the second half of this one has been the plague by the yellow flag as it returns to the Speedway on lap number 44. So 6 or 7, I've lost count, is getting my step back out there. 51 car of Matthew Ogden involved. Tough break as he was in the top 5. It is right there. Yeah, he was involved. Blake DePinnick going to the end of the longest line, the 21 car, and things are happening late, and traded paints didn't load correctly, so now I got different looking cars. Yeah, we're a mess. We'll do what we can here to finish this one. Some different looking cars than what I saw before. They look about the same on the stream, so okay, not too completely screwed up. I guess I was messed up before, but we'll get composed. I believe we're going to go single file. We'll finish here. 6 laps remaining tonight at Lanier. Thank you so much for watching the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. All right, lights are out. Let's get ready to settle this one tonight. On to number 4, single file. Restart Cole Hendrickson. Kyle Pearson going to run second. Ethan Toder, Connor Wilson. Now Hunter Parsons in the number 0 car up to the top 5 in a battle of zeros. On to number 2, racing on for 4th. The double 0 is Connor Wilson, the 0 of Hunter Parsons. Black 0 car. Can he go 0 to hero with this one for $100 this evening? We're door to door for 4th up front. Running down on laps, running down on time to catch him. Cole Hendrickson with the 101. Little touch from behind from the 60 of Pearson. He'll get squirrely out of 4, maybe opening the door for the number 24 of Ethan Toder to fly to the outside lane. He is down in 3 and 4. And he is feeling the heat now from the 2 cars to his inside with the Connor Wilson and the Hunter Parsons 0. Those cars going to make it work down low. Toder holding on for the 3rd spot, but for how long and how much time more do we got? 2 more trips around to get it done. For the driver of the 101, Cole Hendrickson is off the exit of turn number 2. A lap and a half away from celebrating a victory lane with a $100 cool prize for a Monday night. He's going to have 3/8 of a mile left to get it done on turn number 4. White flag in the air, 1 more trip around. For the 101, Cole Hendrickson out of turn number 2. Down the back chute with 3 car lengths better than Kyle Pearson. The checkers in the air. Cole Hendrickson, the winner at Lanier. $100 the winner. Give $50 cash prize to Kyle Pearson for 2nd. Ethan Toder from 13th to finish 3rd. Give Connor Wilson 4th. Hunter Parsons with a top 5. Jamie Massey rebounds. We finish up 6th with Gene Wolfe, Brandon DeBratz, Nick Otto, Caleb Elder making up a top 10 with Thomas Engel, Matthew Ogden, Randy Reeser, Blake DePinnick, Jimmy Neese going to run out our top 15. 16th for Philip Lott, Zach McSwain to finish 17th, Eric Eichstadt 18th, Adam Scalia 19th, Kyler Bruce will finish 20th with Aaron Bright running out our 21 cars for the Full Velocity Racing Network. We're going to hop over to Discord. We'll talk about our top 3 next. Don't go anywhere. Post-race show presented by BladeNo.com coming right at you. All right, you're live on the Full Velocity Racing Network and the post-race show presented by BladeNode.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds, web hosting, VPS servers, dedicated servers. They do it all. Check them out today over at BladeNode.com. The big winner, $100 tonight, goes to Cole Hendrickson. A second place run for Kyle Pearson. And our third place finisher, a guy who probably passed the most cars here at Lanier tonight with car number 23, Ethan Toder. Ethan, buddy, I got to tell you, terrific run for you. Started 13th, you finish up third. Next was digging in both lanes of Speedway all night long there, brother. Tell us all about your run.
Yeah, I found the top there. I'd say beginning, middle of the race, and then no one else really jumped up there with me. Just took advantage of people beating and banging and found us where we were.
Tell you what, think about pro late models at Lanier. It's a quick, short track for sure. Fixed setup in these limited late models. It's going to hug to the bottom all night long. What did you find to find something work up high? It's a fixed setup. You just found some magic up there. It really went in fast. If you got any secrets, where the heck did you find all that?
I found the gas pedal for sure. I found out it was on the right and didn't let off of it, and then it led me to the front.
All right, I'm going to write that one in the notebook. Found the right pedal. It's usually the one that makes it go fast. Ethan did a hell of a job out there tonight. You had a nice crowd watching here on the Full Velocity Racing Network on Facebook Live, Ethan. So I'll give you the mic here one more time. Let you thank your team, your crew, your sponsors, your friends, your family. Congratulations, buddy. Great job on a third.
Thank you. I got to thank my dad, real life, helping me out, TFR, mom, Eric, everybody helping me, everybody that's been watching, my grandma, grandpa, dad, mom, everybody. Thank you.
All right, here it is, folks. Third place run. Terrific job. $25 going to number 23 of Ethan Toder. He'll finish up third. We'll take a peek down here as we find the 60 car pulled to the pit area. Kyle Pearson going to finish up second here tonight. And Kyle, you were an action car to follow all night long as well. Had a great run of qualifying. Started outside row number 2 of the feature. Stayed up there all night long with a lot of good racing in front of you. Talk about your run for 50 laps, man. It was a lot of adventure.
Yeah, I felt good to get back behind the wheel. It's been a while. Starting in the top 4. I was definitely just kind of keeping my pace back there, hoping the guys would make a mistake like they did. Bumped me up to the number 2 spot. I had a chance at the run there at the end. Kind of got in the back end of the leader and messed myself up, but it was definitely a fun run.
Well, I can give you a lot of credit too. You got into the back of the leader, you rolled out of it, let him catch it. No one ever see guys win races like that. So a big class act, Kyle. Tough sledding at this 3A mile. Tough to pass. It's Lanier. It's limited late models. I mean, were you expecting a wider racetrack? Certainly, Ethan found something up high. Where did your car like to be?
I wanted to move high. I kept looking in the rearview mirror, see if somebody was doing it, and I never seen anybody really up there, so I just kind of stuck it on the bottom because I knew that's where everybody was. So my car was feeling good, it's smooth, so I just kept.
Well, Kyle, it's certainly been a while. We talked to you here in Full Velocity, brother. So let me give you the mic here one more time. Let you thank your crew, your team, your sponsors, and congratulations once again. A second place finish at Lanier. Not a bad.
Yeah, got to thank BladeNode.com for being behind me this whole time. Great group of guys to hang out with, talk to. They believe in me, and that's all I can ask. Thanks for you guys for doing this. You guys do a great job, and it's great to be.
Certainly is, and kudos to the Blade Node guys as well. They happen to sponsor our post-race show. That's pretty good right there. The Blade Node car finishing P2 for Mr. Kyle Pearson. That means it is time to go to BladeNode.com Victory Lane. We find a guy who's been a while, so we've talked to the number 101, Cole Hendrickson. $100 to winner, buddy. Congratulations. Saw some racing in front of you. Saw the C's part when they wrecked. What were you thinking when they got the...
Honestly, I couldn't believe it. I figured I was at least locked to third in that race. I didn't think I was going to be able to get around them with how one lined it was on the bottom. And when I saw them get into each other, I knew I had to get down there quick before the caution came out. So, yeah, I'm just glad I was able to take that opportunity. And I couldn't believe it. I don't know. I didn't think they were going to make a mistake like that. And I suppose sometimes it works out that way. I guess they say it's better to be lucky than good.
Got that right, man. Did a great job here tonight. I think I was as stunned as anybody else as you were behind the wheel when when Zach and Jamie come together. Just the manner they did. I know Zach's a tad bit quicker. Jamie washed up the hill. They got together. Zach was upside down. All of a sudden, you look up. You're in the race lead, but you got guys behind you like Kyle and Ethan was charging. I mean, you were up front. I can't imagine you felt all that comfortable knowing those guys are chasing at you. These guys behind you, they were equally as fast.
Yeah, I was looking at my relative. I knew I was a little bit faster, but I wasn't fast enough to be safe if we had a caution. When we got a caution there with, I believe it was 7 to go, I was really worried about that. And actually I got to give props to the second place finisher. He could have easily taken me out when I got in the wall there. I made a mistake and he had all the right to drive through me because that was all on me. And I really appreciate that he decided to keep it clean there. And yeah, it was a fun race for sure.
And we've watched Kyle a lot. He's a classy dude for sure. And you guys all are great to have all top 3 here. You guys really good 3 dudes. And Cole, you can pick up a win, $100 on a bad way to celebrate here on a Monday night. It's Memorial Day, brother. You got our victory lane interview tonight as our big winner, bud. Take it. And thank you. I'd like to thank out there for watching out there tonight.
Yeah, I would like to thank Hendrickson Trucking, 101 Designs, all the guys in the Discord there. We got a quick group of racers that we all race with, and they certainly keep me sharp. Johnson Motorsports, all the things those guys have done for me. Right Hand Construction, Pole Position Raceway, Sunday Night Thunder. That's pretty much it for the group of people that I race with. And also, I got to thank all the men and women that have made the ultimate sacrifice for all of us so we can be here doing stuff like this. It really means a lot that we can live in a country where we're free to do whatever we want.
Could not said it better. As a classy guy, classy interview right there. The race winner, Cole Hendrickson, the 101. That'll do it for us here live from Lanier as well. Thank you so much for watching. For Jack Sherwin, for Todd Stanton, Ron Piles, Charlie Milner, Jeff Brown, all of us here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Thank you to all of you out there serving, to those who have served and lost their lives. Our thoughts are with you for sure. We'll never forget you. Have a good one, everybody. Good night here from Full Velocity Racing Network.